so there you go. What you are witnessing, the arrival of the Proteas women's team from the Cricket World Cup in New Zealand. Huge ovation for them from a very proud public at OR Tambo International. What you're also witnessing is the rebrand, the relaunch of Sports Live. It's here, it's 8 p.m. on a Saturday.
That's right. We'll cross now to Thabiso Sithole, who's at the airport with the Momentum Proteas.
Well, as the ladies continue to stream through the OR Tambo International Airport and the fans are still singing their praises on the left of camera for me, I must tell you, Simon, there's huge excitement there, Zion, as far as the players and their performance. The press conference started a short while ago. Let's take you straight there right now.
Now we'll move on to Captain Sithole, who I think I can speak for the whole room, showed outstanding leadership throughout this World Cup. Sine, can you please just talk us through the acknowledgement of the player support that you received while at the World Cup, as well as the Momentum One More fan campaign? Thank you.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I think all of the players and the management are a bit confused. Did we win the World Cup? I'm not sure, but it definitely felt like that. And I think when we stepped onto the plane coming from New Zealand, our spirits were a bit down, obviously, after the loss. Like Coach Hilton said, it wasn't the goal we set for ourselves. We wanted to be in that final and create special memories and come back home and make more careers for cricketers and try to make a real difference. But when we stepped out of those doors tonight, we did that without even getting to the final, and for that we really want to say thank you to each and everybody that's been here, that's been on our journey, Carl and CSA and everybody. It's been fantastic, and although we didn't get to that final and bring the cup home, I think we did so much more. I think we've inspired so many people, and I think that's just evident in all the fans that's been here tonight, and the media coverage, and just everything that's been done. We can't say thank you enough for that, and we really felt it in our 84 days away from home, away from our families, the messages, all the Instagram stories from fans. Every single message we've received has been getting us through this World Cup, and been supporting us and pushing us. So we just want to say thank you so much for that. It's quite tough to be away from home for so long and not see family, and someone like Lizelle who just had a baby, to be away from a baby that was just born. It's tough times, but so we've been receiving support, and that's really been pushing us. So thank you so much for that. And sorry we couldn't bring the cup home. And then I also just wanted to talk about the Momentum campaign, One Fan Only. I think it's so important to reach as many people as we can and as many viewers as we can, because at the end of the day we want to make careers for women's cricket, and we want to put women's cricket on the map and women's sport in general as well. I think there's such a lack of that in South Africa, and I don't understand why, because we've been so successful, like the minister has said, in netball, in hockey, in whatever sport you want to see. So I really hope that this campaign creates awareness, gets more viewers, gets more sponsorships, so that women's sport in South Africa can really grow, because we don't want to fall behind to countries like in Australia, like in England. We really want to compete on a regular basis with them, and the only way we can do that is if we close the gap, and that's been happening, and I have to commend CSA and Momentum for that, and I also do just plead to other sectors out there and other corporate companies to really put in your support and put your money where your mouth is, and help everybody. I think we've shown that we've been successful, and to be honest, I don't know what more we can do. So I think it's just a plea to everyone around the country and even globally, just to back your players, to back your women's cricket players, and everyone around the country and around the world as well, because that's the only way we can compete on a regular basis and bring those cups home. That's not been happening, and I think that's the only way we can do it. So this campaign is phenomenal, so thank you for starting it. I think it's really going to change lives. It's going to create more awareness. I think it's already done that. So thank you for that, and yeah, thank you again for all the support. We honestly can't say thank you enough.
And that was Sune Luce, and she's the captain of the Proteas. Also proud of her. Well, Thabiso Sithole has been very busy at the airport. Earlier, he spoke to Ayabonga Kaka, one of the key members of the Proteas bowling attack.
I think now we have done the work. All the sporting codes, the women's sport have done the work. I think it's up to fans now to come and support the game so that it can grow. The sooner they come and pack the stadiums, we're gonna get investment as well. I think it's up to the community of South Africa to support us.
I was speaking to the minister earlier, and I said the onus also is upon us as media to paint women's sports in a different light, and most importantly, because we don't have a league in South Africa, Women's Cricket League. We played against countries like Australia, fully fledged league, England, fully fledged leagues, New Zealand, fully fledged leagues, and we tend to forget that this, for our female sports persons, is more of a side job, because your moms, your parents, your homemakers on the side, and it's tough out there, but you've been able to make it this one.
Yeah, I think the system is getting better, especially with us. We do have cricket is our job. They also provincial now. Some of the girls are contracted. I think we're going in the right direction, and it won't take 2 days. It's a process, but I hope in the next 2 years it will be professional.
Let's wrap it up quickly. Your performances out there, you loved taking those wickets. South Africa loves seeing you taking those wickets. How was it? As you know, South Africa has always been a country that you speak about our bowlers most importantly, and you were the spear of South African attack as far as cricket is concerned.
I think it was not an easy competition. It was tough. We had ups and downs, but I think as a team we pulled through in most cases. I think we had a great tournament, but we just couldn't finish off the last one.
Finally, homeward bound now. What's the first thing Aya does when you get home?
Cooked meal, obvious. It's been long. We had a West Indies before we left. We've been in a bubble, and I think I'll have a dumpling at home. Yeah.
I want to thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Hi Simon, as can you hear the band behind me blare out tonight? It's going to be a good night. It certainly has been indeed, as the Proteas returned home to a rapturous welcome. It's been a while since we've seen crowds at the airport. Well, when a international team comes back from international duty. And with that, it's a wrap from myself, Thabiso Sithole, and colleague Thabiso Paiki, and back to the studio as we take a quick break.